Welcome to more Gran Turismo 7 Specialtatin. Today we're featuring the weekly race C, Group 3 cars at Deep Forest, and believe it or not, the Viper is the best car for this. Hallelujah, folks. After I've lost track of how long, there's a race that I can actually do where the Viper is the best car. That generally might have never happened with me racing. But maybe. You can go back and look throughout all the years, like GT Sport included. But what matters more than anything really is people racing clean. That didn't exactly happen. That was not me ramming the Suzuki. That was someone ramming me into the Suzuki. And lo and behold, I have damage now too. So, yeah, that's not the dangerous thing. Theoretically, this would be able to come back somewhat. With this, the way that, again, this is chronological order, this is directly after I did the race I previously specialtated, so I had time to do one lap of practice with this. So that's actually with my qualifying, and lo and behold, quite off the pace. I can't remember what my qualifying time was. I ended up with a 127.8 when it was all over. Can't remember what it was at this time, but quite a bit off that. So, yeah, pace-wise, it wasn't actually there, but at least I had time for whopping one lap of practice before this one. So, take that as you may. Also, take it as you may, as I'm pretty sure it was the Mercedes that rammed me into the Suzuki. So, I definitely have to be leery of that. This early in the race, especially where this is one of those where everybody can be on different tires, the required tires are racing medium and soft. Generally speaking, it's better in the back of the pack to use mediums at the start because you don't want to run over other people and better tires. So it just makes sense to do it. But that doesn't mean everybody's going to follow that. So maybe that's just that the Mercedes has soft tires, so yeah, it can go. But then I just got rammed by someone else that also has a penalty. That was, again, almost the exact same part of the track. That was not me ramming into the Mercedes, that was someone behind me ramming me into the Mercedes, and that car behind does have a penalty, so that's probably going to be a little bit mad. I'm driving as well. Tentatively speaking, I think that Mercedes has soft tires, so it's probably better that it goes. Maybe, just maybe, I could go away, though, on the straight. If I can skip the chaos, it's probably better for me, or apparently not. Remember how last lap I used a fair bit of space through that turn? With no penalty. This lap, yeah, I went ahead and used all the space up the wall and it was a penalty. But especially at the fly, on the fly, whatever, I genuinely can't tell where the actual track limits are for that section. So that's not the dandiest. Going on to the longest straight of the track, I genuinely don't even know how much track I can use. That's a bad combination, ain't it? Between quite dirty driving around my General Yonder and not really knowing how I can drive. Yeah, that's not the best. And anyway, there's the dirty driving around my General Yonder again. Yeah. Again, maybe I can get benefit of the doubt in that car directly ahead has soft tires, so just ran me out of the way to get ahead, but it still didn't get a penalty, and I'm still pretty sure I'm just going to be dropping back and back too, especially if a penalty. I'll take that. Probably just dirty driving was the reason that happened. That wasn't someone messing up on their own. But I'll take that for my own position up and all that. Emma started in 12th, so I mean, take that as you may, I guess. It's not like I'm really doing worse. But, yeah. And there's a penalty, and now in general, like now and forever, the Viper has bad, if not the worst, tire wear in the entire race. Or at least the Mercedes got some penalties. Again, kind of benefited out of just being aggressive because it probably has soft tire just in my pace. But, at least the Suzuki's back up there. Remember, the Suzuki was the one that initially got screwed the most. Just back up there racing with me like it was, and so far the Suzuki's done nothing wrong, so I don't have to worry about it. Judging by for a little while we were racing with each other, I think we're on the same tires. So everything kind of just ended up back to where it was until my Raptor got penalties or whatever, or racing with the Suzuki. And generally speaking, the Suzuki on a lap-by-lap base was the second best car, and I'm pretty sure it has a lot better tire wear, so maybe on average that's the car to go with in this race. I will say all times I use the Viper. The one time in my life where the Viper is the meta car, and at least on a lap-by-lap basis, yeah, I'm going to use that every goddamn time. Man, like I was saying, no tire wear. The general strategy with this was to round about half the race, give or take a lap, on mediums, and then the rest on soft. So the leaders would start on soft to try and break away. Most of the rest of the pack, maybe third or fourth place on down, theoretically would be on medium. Let's see. But no matter medium or soft or whatever, all things considered, the Viper is going to have worse tire wear than any other cars around me that are on the same tires. There's that dirty Alfa Romeo again, trying to sweep directly in front of me, but luckily it was ghosted there as it should be. So there's that to be considered too. Yeah, I ended up braking a little bit later there, but I got a lot of it distracted about Alfa Romeo, so that was not me trying to be dirty or anything. It was, I generally got distracted because I was fearing for my life at that moment. Yeah, that's not Danish look. Also, looks like the Alfa Romeo has kind of dirty tires, and the Suzuki is there too. Oh, it's spiky. That was that was hell of a ballsy move there by the Suzuki, but it worked. It stayed on the inside through that entire time, even starting on the outside. Hell of a dive bomb. I mean, it wasn't dirty there. It made that work. It was able to stay right on my side through the outside until it eventually got the inside and got through. Can't really blame it on that, and that means I don't have to race with the Alpha for the time being. So yeah, me and the Suzuki having some real fun racing for now. We'll see how the tire wear is working, or how other people racing around us. Other people talk about that Mercedes is back now too, but it also has a penalty yet again. Deserved or not, who knows? That's not anything I have to worry about in a few seconds. What I have to worry about is what to do with the Suzuki. Maybe I should draft it because we're racing nice with each other. But my theory is, like I was saying, is tire wear, and that Mercedes is still around the general yonder too. So if I can have one car in between me and Mercedes, that's the way to do it. But tire wear was too strong there, and Suzuki is way now. Which means the Mercedes is right coming in there now too. So that's not dangerous looking. I think there's another car back there as well. So yeah, we'll see how that goes. But for whatever it's worth, there's been no editing so far. This has been the entire race. So take that as you may as well. This has actually been a really entertaining race. Like clean racing or fast racing, maybe not, but it's been entertaining. And believe it or not, I'm actually gradually gaining on the Suzuki Summit. Granted, I'm trying to run as hard as I possibly can because I know that Mercedes has been dirty in the past, but remember, I'm pretty sure that Mercedes is on soft tires. So thus, it's going to have even worse tire wear and slowing down its pace. When that slowing down ends up equaling or slower than my pace, who knows? But it doesn't seem to be catching anything. Let's say if they get nudged off. If that's a penalty, that Mercedes get rammed in the wall. Surprisingly, it wasn't. Believe it or not, the PD systems actually realized that because I got rammed off of what they consider racing line, even though they don't say what specifically the racing line is, I didn't get a penalty for it. Hallelujah. But given that I know I have bad tires, I'm pretty sure the Mercedes has bad tires. And it seems like somehow I'm actually gradually catching the Suzuki, plus there's another car in the general yonder. I'm just going to go ahead and pit and get away from this chaos. Go to racing softs, and let's see how that goes. Literally nothing happened the rest of the race. And remember how I said by this point, it was late enough in the week where everybody figured out to pit one lap either way of mid? I pit 2 laps before that, so then, yeah, nothing happened.